So that's when I started moving into Let's Plays, and I never really looked back. I have thought about expanding into doing other things from time to time, right? The Drunken series, where I wanted to play some bad games, or the something random series where I wanted to play. Mostly the main focus was going to be indie games that were interesting. Usually the Drunken series and the random series were games that I could use that were really short, that I could use between Let's Plays. So after I finished one, if I finished it on like a Wednesday, and I didn't want to start that next Let's Play until Monday, I could get drunk, play a bad game, and upload that until Monday. That was the general idea of those. But yeah, as time went on, I started really codifying how I was uploading based on what I saw other people do. There were some people that I followed that would upload 10 videos in a day. It would just be their entire session of one game, and they would just upload them all at once. I think the worst at that was Necroscope86. One time he uploaded his entire Final Fantasy VIII Let's Play, one right after another, over 100 videos back to back. He just queued all of them up, and they all went up in about 3 days. That was insane to me. And the idea was that people could watch them whenever they wanted. But as somebody that tried to keep up to date with his videos at the time, I felt the need to watch all of them as soon as they came out. I wasn't going to wait a week and, watch them 2 or 3 a day, and hopefully get through them before he uploads something else that I wanted to watch. Like, no, I was going to do it all at once. And it was so taxing. And that was something that I said that I was never going to do. I was never going to kind of overload people with a single Let's Play. So instead I overloaded people with different Let's Plays. The idea was to have multiple videos on the channel every day, but only one from each Let's Play. That was always the goal, to have multiple videos from different Let's Plays. So if you wanted to just follow one Let's Play, there would be a video for you there. There would hopefully be a video that you wanted to watch on the channel every day. That was always my goal. I tried to keep a variety so that it wasn't just, an RPG channel. It wasn't just platforming. It wasn't just retro gaming. I wanted to have a variety so that there would be something for a lot of people there. So if you didn't like that I was playing a certain Final Fantasy game, you could go, hey, well, he's also playing this Fallout game. Maybe I'll watch that. And vice versa. That was kind of the goal. I kind of structured it so that there were old short games, old long games, new long games, and new short games, so that there was a variety, right? This confused a lot of people. To this day, I still get people that still ask me what a lot of the slots meant. What do you mean by old and long? What do you mean by old and short? What do you mean by new and long? Why is this only going up on weekends? Why is this only going up Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Why is that one 5 days a week? And then you have these special projects that are going up kind of randomly, and you upload those more than you upload some of your main Let's Plays. And probably the biggest, not necessarily complaint that I got, but the biggest suggestion that I got over the years was, you should play this game that I want you to play, and you should play it now. And you should make a special exception and not do any votes, not do anything like that. And you should play this game now. And I started making lists. These are the games that I've had requests for. It was longer than I could keep up with. There's people out there that want me to play, they don't want me to play the big mainstream games usually. It's not a request for, Final Fantasy 15. It's a request for Final Fantasy Tactics or Valkyrie Profile or Legend of Dragoon, or, it's all these not necessarily underground or indie games, but games that you don't necessarily hear about a lot. Those are the games that I get a lot of requests for. And as a result, I can't really keep up with that. I tried to do vote videos. I tried to do those from the beginning, very early on at least. I would try to get the input from people. What do you want to watch? Here are your options. Of these 5 games, of these 7 games, right? Which one would you like to watch right now? I thought that this was going to help people kind of get more involved in the channel, but also to try to help me sort out which games I was going to do first. I got a lot of people that would tell me just play whatever you want, and that kind of defeated the purpose of what I was trying to do, because I wanted to play all the games. That's always the thing. I wouldn't have made the list of 5 to 7 games if I didn't want to play it. But the result was usually bad. People that did vote, and they were few and far between. I would get a lot of people to watch and then not vote. I would get votes, and then once I started playing the game that won, I would get complaints from pretty much everybody that voted for something else. Not everybody, but I would get several. So I would get, 8 votes for one thing and 2 votes for another, and those 2 votes that didn't win would come and say like, hey, I told you to play this game. Why aren't you playing that right now? Why are you playing this other game that I did not tell you to play? Because it didn't win the vote. So overall, I would say that the votes kind of made things worse in terms of relations between me and you guys. And I'm sure that there were a lot of people that liked it. And whenever I talk about comments, I always feel like I'm discouraging comments. That's not what I'm trying to do. I always love reading through the comments. The problem is that maybe 1 out of 10 is negative, and it's that one that usually sticks in my head. And it's sad that that's what happens, but it's human nature. Everybody goes through the same thing, which is why a lot of them don't read comments anymore. A lot of the big Let's Players just stopped. There's a few of them that legitimately can't, right? If you got over 1 million subscribers, there's no way you're reading comments. Maybe you're reading like the top 10, but that's about it. With me, I have time to read all of them, so I get to hear all of the good things. There's been some amazing comments. There's been some great stuff. I like, just kind of talking with people about this stuff. But the cost of that is that I have to deal with complaints, and I've gotten those many times over the years. It's gotten better over the years. The number one thing that I used to get was just that I should stop talking. Just altogether, just shut up, never talk again. The fact that I don't get that anymore probably means I'm doing something a little bit better. Either that or people are more used to this. So things have gotten better. Like I said, the biggest thing that I get right now is you should play this game. So the votes ultimately ended up going against me, and I think they hurt the channel kind of as a whole. So I've mentioned before that I was going to take them away. That is one of the reasons why. I also seem to notice that if I did a vote on a series, the series that won would get lower numbers than I expected in terms of viewership, in terms of comments, in terms of, likes and dislikes and all that kind of stuff. It would suffer because I put it into a vote. And it was the video games that I just started uploading without a vote that did the best. And it was weird to me, but I think it's because it's more of a surprise that way and people get attached to it. I'm not entirely sure. I still haven't quite sorted it out, but it seems like the fact that I put stuff up for a vote actually hurts the channel and my relationship with you. So that's why those are going away. Kind of went off on a tangent there. All right, so I wanted to talk about like who I've been watching over the years. Like I said, I've been watching Let's Players, right? And I've been watching some big ones. I tried to watch the little ones, but the little ones went away, right? They all left. Anybody under about, 30,000 subscribers or so? I used to be subscribed to a huge number, probably around 50 total over the years. 50 Let's Players that were under 30,000 subscribers, they've all gone away. Every last one of them. They all stopped uploading or deleted their channel. It's only the bigger ones that made it that stayed. And it has a lot to do with money, I am sure. It has a lot to do with people's financial situations changing and suddenly they don't have time to do something that doesn't make them money. I get it. But I struggled to find people that I liked in terms of Let's Plays that would stick around. And I've had a couple people tell me, like, please don't go like everybody else. I still don't have plans of going. Like I said, the channel relaunch, it's going to be a big deal. I don't want to say it's not going to be a big deal, but it doesn't mean that I'm going anywhere. And I'll talk about that a little bit more. But because Let's Players have gone away, and a lot of the Let's Players that are really popular now, they don't play the game the way that I like. A lot of the big name people, I mean like over 1 million subscribers, and I'm still subscribed to some of them, but the big names, they're not there to showcase the game, right? They're not there to show you a game. They're there to use a video game to make jokes, right? They're not there for the game. The game's there for them, right? The game is there to provide a launching platform for jokes. And although it can be funny, that's not what I'm there for. So anybody that's playing whatever indie horror game came out for free last week and look how bad it is, oh my God, now I'm scared. That's not my kind of Let's Player, right? I want to see the people that talk about the games, that want to showcase the game, that want to give you the history of the game. And as a result, I ended up following a lot of retro video game players. Particularly right now, LGR, Lazy Game Reviews, he's probably one of my favorites. He's still going. That makes me happy because a lot of the other ones also stopped. But I'm more interested in hearing the stories and showcasing the game. Some of the other ones that I was watching were Retroware TV. They did basically like an I Love the 80s format, and they did it for video games for the 70s and 80s. There's talks that they could possibly do the 90s, but it doesn't look like that is ever going to happen. They are actually on Amazon Video now on top of YouTube. Like, they almost made it. They were on the verge of actually making it to mainstream media. Retroware TV and the Video Game Years is the name of that program. And I really enjoyed that.